this is the thing that I want to show you, because I want to invite you to my dream job, that people can, in the office, really support each other, and also appreciate that this environment in the office can be very safe and creative, and people are acting the way that they are doing better job, and they are really, like each other, and after that, develop together more. So that's the dream I have. But my reality before, and sometimes even now, so it's not the way. Many times I'm feeling demotivated. I really feeling that all my good potentials are floating away because of the environment and behavior of people around me. So what can I do with that? That was my main thing to think about it, and to provide you with my very, I think that life experience that I want to share with you. This is what I really want to motivate you, that and inspire you, that being in this place, it's not always be necessary, that you really have an impact on that this is possible to change something and to go further, to keep your dots together. So have you ever felt this way? I mean, demotivated, hopeless, and disappointed at the same time. So I don't like to feel like that, and I'm pretty sure that each one of you feeling this way, it's more or less providing a rather low quality job than being your best you and best performer. And to be honest, I find the way to do that, because I start to dig in this subject, that maybe there is a kind of, maybe trick, maybe ability, maybe technique that I can improve me and others at work to, create the atmosphere of creative development and open discussion. And then I I just thought that maybe what it will be when I can, even lead my leader sometimes, that your boss is not pushing you or control you all the time, but acting the way that you really feel motivated about the job, that you want to, provide the best quality and the best practice, and use your all good features that you have inside of you. And I will share with you the thing that I made with the most important boss of my life. And I'm sure that you will gonna, take a part of my experience for yourself, and maybe use it here in our green company, or with your spouse, with your friends, even with children. I think it's good. So this is my mom, and this is the leader of my life. I mean, she's a very powerful woman. She's very intelligent, that's one. She's focused on the goal, businesswoman, very down to earth, and very stubborn as well, really stubborn, a very bossy one. So we look together here like, this is pure love, me, my mom, and I'm very happy there. But it was not always the same. I'm pretty sure that many of you have the same feeling with your boss, with your colleagues, or with someone who was important for you. So the story, I was not gonna, go through all my traumas from childhood, just the one. So the story begins when I started living as a very young adult, in the distance from my mom. We was far away from each other. I was, new in a big city in Warsaw, and I really wanted to be supported. It was a stressful time for me. And my mom was calling to me just when she had to inform me about something. My post was coming to her address still, so, you know, she was calling to me only when the post came, and she was like, Olga, there is a bill for you. There is a reminder to pay, you know, or the fine to pay. So I felt frustrated with that. I mean, I really was counting that my mom will, you know, just call me spontaneously, yeah? That she will grab the phone and say, hey, Olga, how are you? What are you doing? Have you eaten well? Or something this way. But it was not that case, you know? I was wishing that she will do it like all mothers, but it was not. So, have you ever wait for someone's call for 1 day, 2 days, watching your phone if there is any action, any message or anything from someone, and that you feel, you know, that someone is thinking about me, someone will call me by himself. So that was me at that point of time. And if I keep, you know, waiting, I would rather die than to get the spontaneous call from my mom. So I felt depressed at that point. So big city, I'm alone, mom is not calling, and what to do? But, you know, I'm like the person that I don't want to live the way they are. So I decided to change a little bit my fate. But when I was depressed, I just, you know, finding myself release, and I'm eating chocolate. So the chocolate and sensation of the chocolate reminds me about another very good experience in my life, which is connected with my mom somehow. So when I'm the only child, and everything was for me at home. Everything was for sweet little Olga, and I just, you know, get the best things from others. And it was a great time at the beginning, but then came kindergarten. And I went there. I entered the team of kindergarten children, and I get some feedback from them. So when I was coming to the group, for example, with something sweet, I just, you know, was sitting somewhere and eating it by my own. Punkt. So what kind of feedback I get from the children? Not very positive, right? So they said that I am mean. And I felt, you know, when I was 6 or 7, that it's so, you know, unfair. I'm not perceiving myself as a mean person. So what has happened? That was just the behavior I was not used to share, you know? No one taught me before, because I was only with the adults, alone, that you should first, you know, came and said, offer, the first step, then share, and then eat if something will left, you know? So there was some months that I learned this, you know, automatic thing. And then I thought about my mom, that maybe she's also not mean. I was like questioning that. Maybe she's just, you know, maybe she just don't know how to do it. You know, maybe the environment is not inviting her to the action of calling to me somehow. So look what I did after the chocolate philosophy. So I called my mom one day, and I asked her, oh, Mama, it's me. Today, please call me at 6 p.m. because I will be after very, very important meeting. And it is very, very important that I want to talk to you after because it will be supportive. Can you do that? And my mom, the businesswoman, you know, hearing me this way, like, okay, I can do it. But don't forget, it's very important. Okay. So then when she called me, I gave her, I mean, the best feedback I could give to the mother. That you are great, Mom. Thank you. That was what I was waiting for your call, for your action. Thanks, you're great, Mom. And only mothers, I think, can understand that, how strong feedback it was, because we are waiting all our lives to get the message from our child, you're a good mom, good job. Yes, so it's like, you know, milestone for us. And my mother was very surprised by my acting. First of all, because I asked her to call me. And she was really, thinking that maybe I'm taking a drugs or something, such a big change. What is that? But she was very happy with that. Anyway, I was asking a couple of times, and she was calling to me. And I was like love bombing after that. Yeah, you called me, great. Good job, Mom. You're a nice person. I knew it from the beginning. And what was about me, I felt so great. Even if I contract my mother to call me, I felt so supported at the same time. So there was 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I was contracting her each day and love bombing and contracting and love bombing. And she started to call me spontaneously. I was not waiting, and she just called me because the experience after that was so good for her. So, but it was not the magic, I'm not a genius. I just Googled that technique. And this is about positive reinforcement itself. This technique is very well known as operant conditioning. And I want to focus your attention on reinforcement, because reinforcement is increasing behaviors. And punishing, this is the other way around, we can also influence behaviors of others, decrease the behaviors. So what I did, I gave her something positive stimulus after the behavior. So it was positive reinforcement. And the father of this is Skinner in Harvard University, and he was doing experiments on rats and, trying to find out what is learning, what is this conditioning, and if it's work for everybody or just for rats. But it's, the learning is very true, and this is the ability for rats, for dogs, for humans, for bosses as well, and maybe not for cats. But on the other way around, my cat is very good with this conditioning, operanting conditioning on me. How? So she gets what she wants, whatever she wants, with the technique of meowing, When I'm not doing what she wants, she's meowing all the time. But this is not the best, I think, to try that in the office. So come back to operant conditioning. What I did is reinforcement, and when we are thinking about the cat, what the cat made to me, right? So it was a punishment on the reinforcement. Is someone knowing that? It sounds like a punishment, right? But it's not. It's actually reinforcement, but in a negative way. So the cat, before my giving her a milk, for example, provided to me very strong negative environment. The meowing was so bad. And when I made the behavior, she took away something what was disturbing me. And then I felt relief and happy. Oh, good, take the milk and go away. So it was reinforcement, actually. So if you want to build the behavior of others, you have to use the reinforcement. If not, then go for the punishment. And this will stop the behavior. Stopping the behavior, punishment. But when you will stop the behavior, you have to teach also the people to act in different way. You have to show them the way. If not this way, so which way? And, motivate them to do that and to go this way. So why my mom was not calling to me before the chocolate discovery? I was actually, even if she was, grabbing the phone and calling to me, Olga, there is a bill for you. So I was speaking like, yeah, you're calling only to me when it's something to pay, you just don't want to pay for me. You don't care about me, Why I was not calling yesterday? Because yesterday that was a very stressful day for me. Why? What are you thinking? So my mother couldn't call me herself because she was punishing by me all the time. So I was, from the diagram below, I was after the behavior, I was punishing her, so decreasing the behavior, actually, of the act of calling. Okay. And so the self-awareness. The first step was to work on myself, because I have to stop punishing her, you know, to have this understanding that my behavior have influence on behavior of others. And then teach myself how to provide positive feedback to her, yeah, in the right moment. And then we was just happy, you know, was flourishing. So you have to remember that when you want to change something in behavior of others and of yourself as well, you have to remember that this is a process. You have to repeat it a couple of times, you know, and like children are learning to run. First you need to stand, then a little bit, you know, go, and then run. So that's the way we're learning. And I want to come back to the chocolate point, because, you know, if you want to really find a way to why people are doing the way they're doing, what they have from that, like my mother, she was avoiding calling to me because she didn't want to feel punished. So if you feel this perspective, you really feel you can, you know, go into someone's shoes and see the situation and understand it and feel it, then you'll be, you know, you will understand more. You know, this is the awareness of others. This is cognitive empathy, actually, like that I can feel what others feel and I understand the context. And my daughter was, when she started to speak, from the first moment, she was like wishing a cat. Mama, we have to have a cat. This is the most beautiful animal on earth. We need to buy one. So there was some years, and I decided, okay, we're ready to have a cat, right? So I bought one. I was so, you know, happy. My daughter also, but not so long after. I mean, it was 2 weeks or a month. She came to me and said, Mama, you know, I have to tell you something very important. I was wrong. I mean, I want to have a dog. And so the self-insight is also important. What are you wishing for other people to act? Because sometimes it's not the thing you really wanted. So, and you need to be very detailed, like not just calling with my mom, because we were speaking. This cash collection process works very well, and she was calling, and she was very, you know, effective in that. I was really paying, and so we get the contact. But there was not the thing I wanted. I was craving, longing for her action by herself. That was the point what I was, you know, going to. And I provided her a motivation. I mean, with the mother it's easy. You just, you know, yes, mom, you're good. It's great. But we all different squirrels, you know. And we like other nuts. Some hazelnut, you know, some the peanuts. So the motivation for it has to be appropriate to the person, because it's really tricky. You can, you know, be misled by that. This is, I'm very bad in telling jokes, but I'm trying. So this is the situation when the small mosquito is flying and, you know, undergoing the first flight through, I don't know, the air and people, gathering of people. And, you know, what are you doing when you see the mosquito? You know, just try to kill it spontaneously. But the mosquito thinks that, you know, people clapping their hands, it's applause. So, you know, in practice, it's like that if you put attention sometimes to the behavior you want to decrease, you maybe are rewarding by the paying attention. So it's like, you know, so this actually increase the behavior, not decrease as it should be. And how to find the way to motivate people. This is the border collie. This is the most intelligent dog, and he has very responsible role in life. The dog is sheepdog, I mean the shepherd, right? And he has to lead all the sheep's very big team of sheep. And it's not easy, you know, you have to listen to people because every bay can be different and it's different message, different context. So he's very good in that. He's listening actively, right? And asking open questions. Let people to speak freely. And then, you know, collect the information and observing what they are doing, which way, because it's always significant. So the situation, what is, you know, what the factors are coming to those sheep. And if they are afraid or they are excited, you know, this is very important. So he's very good in that. And being a border collie, we can be Dalmatian in the office. So if we are aware and we know how to, you know, motivate people in a good way, it's for us a tool to protect our good dots, not to lose them, not to lose the good potential in our, I don't know, our character. So positive reinforcement all, it's like a compass, you know, it leads people, okay, go this way, yeah, continue this, but stop this. So it's a very powerful tool, like a feedback. It has to be concrete and appropriate, as I said before, to a person. So to sum up, what was the technique? I mean, the analysis, that's the first thing, that you have to observe. Sometimes ask, but the observation is very crucial. Then make a contract, very detailed, when, what, and why. And then provide the motivation, the stimulus that will make people feel happy after that, in a good timing, as soon as possible. Then it works the best. And because I've learned how to share the chocolate, so I would like to share with you also more my ideas about this and other ideas. And if you want to contact me, then of course you're welcome. And I hope that here in CBRE we can build a team of very self-aware people, and we will grow our dots for good. So thank you so much.